Good morning, business builders. So, welcome to this week's Top Tip Tuesday. My name is Jodie. If you are watching on YouTube, I'm the co-founder of The 7 Effect, where we help you design your dream life and build your dream business. And I run a mastermind group called the Lifestyle Business Builders, where every year we invite a small group of people to join our community, and I work deeply with them to build a six-figure business working as a coach, consultant, or expert. And so our formula at the 7 Effect really is about making six figures a year. So we're talking $10,000 to $15,000 a month with 50 clients or less. So we're talking design one high-value program and doing it all while working about 3 days a week. So we run on a Tuesday to Thursday work week here at the 7 Effect. And every Tuesday morning, I kick off my work week with this. And I can see live in LBB, I've got a couple of people tuning in. So I would love to say good morning to you. So who have we got here? Now, I can't see the face here, but you can maybe type your name or else click the link above and it should take you out to Ecamm. We've got MJP. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? And thank you for your question that you posted. Sorry, I didn't have the reminder prompt to post your questions in LBB this week. So please jump on now and post your questions here and I will answer them. Michelle, thank you so much for your question. To invest or not to invest, that's a great one to discuss, and I'm going to get stuck into that this morning. So for the rest of you that are watching, let me know you're here. Post your questions live as we go and I will address them. And we're going to spend about 25 to 30 minutes just riffing on some top tips that will help you build your business. And I'm not sure why. Hey, Suzanne, welcome. I don't know why I can't see faces this time round. It's really weird. Normally, what would happen is I see your actual profile pic come up here and it's really easy to tell who's watching. So for some reason, that's not happening, but I'll get you to click the link above where it says I give permission to Ecamm to show your profile. If you haven't already, let me know if you've done that, because sometimes that's all that's required. Usually though, if you've done it once in this group, it should work. But anyway, Michelle Jules Parsons says, looking very glam there, Miss Jodes. Well, I tell you what, we're going to be looking pretty glam on Friday night, Michelle. So for those of you that are coming, this weekend is a big weekend. So Friday, we have the South Australian Women in Business Summit all day Friday. Michelle Jules Parson, our end-of-life companion, is actually going to be there all day with her display stand, like her trade table. And I'm going to be there all day just to mingle, network, and learn from the speakers. And I know a bunch of you are also coming. So if you are coming to the SA Women in Business Summit on Friday, let's hook up, let's have lunch together, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you're coming to the awards night, we have 2 7 Effect tables where I think maybe even 3 now, where we can all sit together, and we have 2 finalists in the awards. We have Michelle Jules Parson, who is up for an award, and Genevieve Hodge, who is also up for an award. So let's all get along there. I know the tickets are all sold out now, but I know a lot of us have tickets. Let's get along there and cheer these ladies on. Yay! The other thing, speaking of awards, is remember on the 19th, I think most of you have got your tickets now. There's literally just a handful. I think there's like 5 or 6 tickets left if you want to bring a friend or a partner. I really want it to be a sold out event. Amanda's going to send some more emails out this week. The Freedom Awards. So the awards have been ordered. The finalists have been decided. The trophies, which are beautiful, are on their way. Everyone who is a runner-up also gets something. So if you are a finalist, make sure you have your ticket because we want to celebrate you on the night. And really, as so many of you have said, everyone in LBB is a winner. So it's going to be an amazing night. We've got videographers coming. We've got a photo booth coming to be set up. We've got caterers coming. We've got Hentley Farms sponsoring us with bubbles and wine, and it is going to be epic. So good. Plus, we've done a few renos here at the Life Design Studio. Plus, we have new people moved in. Mary and Swan, our amazing in-house wealth creators, property developers, and efficiency time coordinators. Mary and Swan, Mary from Abundico, Swan from Effortless Efficiency, have moved into the final office here at the Life Design Studio. So we are a full house, my friends, which is super exciting. All right, let's talk about some top tips. Before I jump into your top tip, Michelle, or your question around whether to invest or not, and I want to talk a little bit about that, I just want to talk about this. Now, in the 7 steps to 6 figures, which many of you have been doing with me, we kicked off at the start of January, and we go through the process of designing, launching, and filling your own high-value program. 7 Steps is designed as a program that is really a lead into Lifestyle Business Builder. So over the Christmas holidays, I did a big campaign. We did a promotion where people could get into that program for half off. And we got about 60 people registered. In fact, the very first week of 7 Steps to 6 Figures, we had like 51 or 52 people show up on the live call, which was amazing. It's fantastic. And so these 7 weeks have been incredible to take people who are new to the 7 Effect, new to working with me, on a 7-week journey to design, launch, and fill their own high-value program that they can scale to 6 figures. Super important thing for everybody who's a coach or a consultant to understand how to do. One of the things we do right at the start of 7 Steps to 6 Figures is we take the Elementay Check-In. So I give everyone access to all our audits. So we have the life audit, which looks at the 7 elements of life. We have the leadership audit, which looks at the 7 elements of leadership. And then we have the lifestyle business audit. Now, what you may or may not know is that these 3 wheels are interconnected. Life expands out to leadership, which spans out to lifestyle business. And there is a relationship between the first element of life, which is the brain, so my mental state, my belief in my ability to build my business, and your leadership element, the first element of leadership, which is vision. When I have a foggy mind, I can't really see the future because I'm caught up in the back. When I have a clear, sharp, and constructive mind, I have a crystal clear vision of what's possible in the future. And then those 2 things flow out to ambition, which is our drive as a business owner to actually get stuff done, to lead a movement, to make a difference in the world. And so I want to flag this. This is a tool that's available to you all. I did an entire YouTube video on it if you go to our YouTube channel, The 7 Effect, and you can search for the Elementay Check-In. So it's called the Elementay Check-In. And I really recommend that since we are starting 2021, that you fill this out, and it's a traffic light system. So you just color in each of the sections. So see where my little hand is? You color in brain element to think, right, am I red, meaning shit, my head is so scrambled I can't think straight? Am I amber or orange? Orange means slow down, let's check in. So red is stop what you're doing right now, it's not working. Amber is slow down, check in because things are not potentially going in the direction they need to. Let's reassess, let's check what's going on. And green light is keep going, my friend. It's all feeling fantastic. So this is a very powerful exercise for 2 reasons. Number 1, it gives you a visual snapshot. So if you can imagine all 21 of these little pieces colored in either red, green, or amber, it allows us to really look at, wow, where am I playing right now? Am I green? Am I clear? Am I in the space that I need to be? Or is there a lot of amber, which stands for confusion? Things are working sometimes, but not all of the time. Or is there a lot of red, which says, you know what, it's just a handbrake right now and I need to correct it? I love doing this in a really honest way with yourself because it gives you a direct indication of exactly where your attention needs to go to be able to release the handbrakes in your life, in your leadership approach, or in your lifestyle business. The other thing that I think is super important, and this is why I developed this, is I want you to all know that whilst we look in the Lifestyle Business Builder at this outer rim, ambition, faith, your business structure and your content structure, your community, your systems, the results that you achieve and how you share those results, and then your contribution through your business and your work to your clients, to the community. Those are the elements that we measure and track as we level up in LBB. If you are having any problems with any of these, then we need to look beneath the surface. We need to scratch the surface and go, right, is it my vision that's stalling my ambition? As faith, is it my feeling of authenticity that's stalling my faith? Is it my connection or my relationship with my own physical body that's impacting? And it's interesting, isn't it? You think, why is faith, which is all about my belief or my knowing that I can and I will succeed, linked to authenticity? And why is that linked to the body element? Well, what I've come to notice is when a lot of people feel like they are not happy in their own skin, or they have health concerns that are impacting their energy or their ability to just get up and feel like they can take on the day, that shows up in this thing called imposter syndrome, or this lack of enthusiasm to be who they really think they should be being. And then that shows up with unconscious issues and beliefs that really impact our ability to move forward. So it's a simple yet powerful tool. Oh, look, we have got one person's profile working. Hey, Anne-Marie, how are you? Great to see you here. Good morning to you. And look, Leanne's saying, the visuals this tool gives is really valuable. Thank you, Jodie. It is my pleasure, Leanne. And I'm hoping, because you're in the 7 steps, that when we get to the end of the 7 steps, which is next week, we're going to see some differences in there. So what I want you all to do in LBB, so for those of you that are in Lifestyle Business Builder, is fill that out. Do it this week. Color it in. Take a photo of it, and I would love you to share it with us in the community, but also stick it up somewhere on your wall and just write February as the February month. And then jump into Goals Club. So we kicked off the Goals Club last week. I ran it, and Swan is now taking it over. First Wednesday of every month in the Lifestyle Business Builder. It's under the events. You can jump on it. These things are all included for you guys as well. Please know. I got an email from Lucy yesterday saying, I just want to know, now that my Lifestyle Business Builder journey is over, what do I still have access to? And I was like, Lucy, it's not over. You have lifetime access to all the stuff. So LBB members, it is a lifetime program. It's not like a 12-month program. At one stage, we did promote you only had 12 months of the coaching calls, because I was worried that we would have so many people. It's always been lifetime membership, but only 12 months to the coaching calls, because I was worried that we would have too many people on the coaching calls. But the beautiful thing is, what happens is people usually jump on the coaching calls for the first 12 months, and then their businesses evolve so much that they haven't got time to show up on the coaching calls. So they're all good. And we've never had too many people on the coaching calls, really, because we keep introducing more and more coaching calls. So I've decided that you have access for life to all the stuff. And the reason I feel really comfortable doing that is because we're not flooded in the coaching calls. In fact, sometimes the coaching calls only have 3 or 4 people on them. Sometimes they have 1 person on them. And everyone's still tracking and doing really well, which is great. So good morning, Jodie. Good morning to you too. Great to see you here. I can't see all of the names that are here. But if you have questions, please post them in the chat below. I am going to jump straight to Michelle's question now. And you are right, Jodes. I feel like I've been with you 7 years, LOL. But I joined in 2017. I know. It's amazing, Michelle. And I think you must have joined at the end of 2017 as part of the 2018 intake, didn't you? Because you joined a year after Sue Ruslan. So anyway, I know we were talking on the phone and you said, oh my God, I know it's taken me a while, 5 years, but I'm slowly getting there. And I was like, but you've only been in the program for 2.5 years or something. So anyway, my commitment to you all is we keep working together until you get the job done. Plus, I don't want to build a program where everyone feels like they're constantly chasing time and there's this giant clock going tick, 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 your time's running out, panic, panic, because you've got to make the most of your resources, even if you can fit it in or not. It's like, no, jump in the community, show up when you need to, get the help required, and let's build your business together. Sue Giacobbe is watching. Hello, Sue. Great to have you here. So the audit, the Elementay Check-In. I want to get a yes if you are committed to doing that this week for me and sharing it in the group. So I'll get you to type in the chat, yes, if you are going to actually take the Elementay Check-In this week, take a photo of it and type it in and share it into LBB. I really think it's a beneficial thing to do. Plus, if you do that and you show up on the coaching calls with me, we have a coaching call this morning from 10 till 12, and then I'm there again on Thursday, 10 till 12. I can really guide you into knowing exactly where the challenges are. So, boom, we've got a yep already. Type your yes or your yep in if you are going to do that. Yes, of course, purple hearts from Suzanne. Thank you, Suzanne. So this is great. I'm going to be looking for those, folks. Let's now talk about Michelle's question, which is a ripper. To invest or not to invest when you are just starting out in business? Is it a good idea? Now, this is a curly question because obviously it depends on what you invest in and it depends on how you leverage that investment. So, when the 7 Effect launched way back in 2014, we had no money. I had some idea because I'd been working in the industry of coaching and consulting for some time and a lot of drive. But we needed to hit the ground running because we'd been let go of our jobs, both Amy and we didn't have time to muck around. Amy had a stash of some cash that she needed to be able to survive off of whilst we were growing the business. And it was an amount that she had as an inheritance. I think it was about $30,000 or something. I had a heap of debt, actually, about 50 grand worth of debt that I was still paying off, plus a credit card that was maxed out at $10,000. And I was on a 6-figure salary prior to that. But what I also had is some contracted work in my back pocket. So here we are. 2 chicks let go of their jobs, decided they would start their business. In fact, we decided to start our business. We told our bosses we were going to do that. And they said, okay, we'll let you go before Easter rather than before end of financial year. And we thought, shit, we've got to hit the ground running. What did we do? The very first thing we did is we took $10,000 of Amy's money. I promised her we would pay it back, and we did. But we took $10,000 of Amy's money and we invested in a business coach. We invested in a business coach who specifically knew how to build the exact type of business that we wanted to build. And so it was a $10,000 program. It required us to fly to Byron Bay twice to spend 4 days with him. And then we got some online support in a group. It wasn't very personal support and it was on a phone. It was like there was no Zoom back then. And so even though the support wasn't really of benefit ongoing, even though it wasn't lifetime access, even though it was really just 3 days with him in his space twice at Byron Bay, I would still say it was the best $10,000 we could have spent at that time. And here's the reason why. Because when we started, I had visions and ideas and this direction that I wanted to take the business. And Amy was very supportive of that and said, well, Jodes, I trust that you know what you're doing. We got up to Byron Bay and we spent 3 days with this guy, and he poked a lot of holes in my original vision and my ideas. And he said, if you do that, you're going to fall into these problems. And I recommend, instead of doing that, doing this instead. And he basically rearranged everything that we were going to do. And he got us on a fast path to building one high value program and shifting the way we were thinking about how we structured things financially. And it was a huge, huge learning curve for us those 3 days. And I look back in hindsight and I go, wow, if we didn't spend that $10,000 to just get that right from the get-go, we could have spent a year and probably about $50,000. In fact, in our first year, we made over $164,000 in our business. So maybe a year and over $100,000 of lost opportunities from stuffing around. And the reality is we wouldn't have been that catastrophic because we would have worked it out, but we would have cost a lot more time and a lot more money to work out the things we did in the 3 days. So my simple answer to you, Michelle, is 100% you should invest in your business rather than spending time and energy on cheap shit and trying to find free solutions to just get it done. And here's the way I look at it. Imagine you were like Mary and you wanted to invest in property. And I have several investment properties. So I have 3 different properties. At one stage, I had 5 investment properties, which is fantastic. Not many people have that many investment properties, but I'm a big believer in make your money in business, bank it in property. So I now have 3. I've sold a couple off. 3 investment properties plus our family home. Now, each one of those properties requires me to invest in it to make it a higher value. And when you buy a property, you often have to spend a bit of money to upgrade it, to make it better. It's an asset. And it's an asset that if you buy it right, and if you rent it right, or sell it right, or renovate it right, then that property will give you a positive return on your investment. A business is the same. So here's what I recommend. Start thinking about your business as an asset, not a hobby. Start thinking about your business as an entity that can create residual income for you if you do things properly. And that's the way I've always looked at the 7 Effect right from the get-go. And I look at the people who are really succeeding in the 7 Effect and with the lessons they've learned through the Lifestyle Business Builder. And they are the people who are actually investing in their business. They are not the people who are going, oh, I haven't got the time, I haven't got the money. And a lot of people go, well, I've never got the money, but they might go out for fancy dinners and bottles of wine. And I think it's important to do all the things. I'm a big believer in you can have your cake and you can eat it. What's the point of having a cake if you can't eat it as well? Once you've eaten that cake, if you love cake, go get another cake. Like seriously, there's plenty of cake. It's not a scarcity world that we live in. So I really think that you need to be wise in what you invest in. I really believe that investing in help and support that is closer to the done with you and done for you is better than learning online courses where they will teach you what to do, because most people buy the promise of the results but don't show up and get the results for themselves. So I think that, as Michelle said, get the grant going for you. And there are so many things that you can invest in right now. Even if you apply for $2,000, you spend $2,000 with someone, whether it be with the 7 Effect to get a done for you funnel, or whether it be with someone else to get something else. There's all different service providers. Catherine Jones is using her grant money to get legal support and get her legal structure all set up. There's all sorts of things you can do. And so here's the thing, you invest $2,000, the government, if you get your grant approved, will invest another $2,000, and you've literally just doubled your money. It's a very important thing to start thinking like a business owner. Now, we've got a comment here. It has by far been my best investment. Oh, the 7 Effect and me, Jodes. This is Michelle Jules Parson. Even though I was a scaredy cat and said no after attending your info session. Yes, you did. Thanks to Susan Ruslin for pushing me, and of course my hus. MJP. So Michelle Jules Parson was an interesting one actually, because she came along to our half day freebie event, and a lot of people go to free things and go, oh, I'll just try and learn everything for free. There's a great quote that says it's always the free things that cost you the most. It's true, folks. Free events are designed to sell you into a high value program. And if it's the right high value program, it can be the best investment you've ever made, like Michelle says. Or if it's the wrong one, and if you don't show up and if you don't do the work, it can be a waste of time and money. And that's, even the same for LBB. Like, it is not that magical that you don't even have to show up or do the work, but it is magical enough to say if you do show up, if you stretch your comfort zone and do the work, you will get the results. We have enough runs on the board to be able to fully back that with an absolute guarantee. But Michelle came along to the free event, and at the end of it, she said yes, because Sue Ruslan was there and saying, just frickin' do it. Like, you'd be crazy not to. Now, Sue Ruslan did LBB the first year that it launched. She did $80,000 in her first 8 months of her business, $150,000 in year 2, $300,000, I think, or more in her next year. And in fact, just recently, I got a text from her on my phone where she sent me a photo of a beautiful sports car, and it just said, thank you. I called you the other day because I was driving past in this and wanted to say hi. Thank you so much. And I was like, oh my God, is that your new car, Sue? And she said, yes, just bought it, paid for with cash by my business. Thank you. And it's amazing. Like, I'm not even coaching Sue anymore, but she's having all this success because she still just keeps going back to the foundations of what we put into her business when we first started. And what I love about her is she still keeps sending me messages of gratitude and thanks, because every year her life is evolving and changing, not because of me, but because of the stuff she is doing on a daily basis. And I think for that year that we were working together very closely, what she valued most is just having someone in her back pocket to be able to say, what do I do next? I'm really struggling now. I want you to know as well, this is about Sue, and she won't mind me sharing this, and I'm sure she would share this openly with anyone because she's a very open book. She's a similar person to me. There was times when Sue thought about quitting. She rang me up one time and said, Jodes, I just don't know if I'm cut out for this. I've hit a wall. I'm really exhausted. I think I'm just going to pack it in. And she'd already got some good runs on the board. She was probably already doing 80 to 100K a year, but she just found, I'm losing my mojo. And I want you to all know that that happens to the best of us. And having someone that you can confide in, who can coach you back on track, is really important. And for those of you that are in LBB, please know that my job is to be that person for you. If you need that person on your team, that's my role, my friends. That's what I'm here to do. So make the most of the grants. They are there for you. Most people that are applying are getting approved. Last week, poor Sue Giacobbe, she's sitting here and I was getting ping, ping, ping. 5 came through in less than 5 minutes, all approved. And the week before that, Sophie's came through. And I'm pretty sure that this week we should get a whole nother flood of them come through as well. It's not too late to apply. It's only available until the end of the financial year. So you need to apply for money that you have to invest yourself, because it's a matchy grant. And I would say, let's just make this year the year you do better than you've ever done before. And I know it's possible, because do you know what? In December and January, I took more time off than I have in the last 3 years over December and January. And I had my best December and January ever, like best months ever. And it's looking like February is going to be even better again. So we are definitely on the trajectory upward, and so many things are working in our business now that are making things happen automatically, which is fantastic. We've got someone here crying. I'm guessing this is you, Sue. I'm still waiting for mine. It'll come, my friend. It'll come. Let's make it happen. All right, folks, I have rambled on enough. I'm going to set up my own tiny habit the moment I finish Top Tip Tuesdays live. I'm going to schedule next week's Top Tip Tuesday so that that post will be there in LBB, and you guys have got a whole week to post your questions that you want me to address here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take the Elementay Check-In, crunch the numbers in your business, treat your business like an asset right from the get-go, and decide, what am I prepared to invest in this year? And what will I do to ensure I get a return on investment? One of the things that I say for myself is every time I spend money on a course or a program or a coach, I need to at least double it before I ditch it. At least double it before I ditch it. And that's a really nice, simple lesson learned. So, for example, last year I was in Taki Moore's Black Belt community. It was amazing. I loved Taki. I learned so much from him. $2,500 a month, times that by 12. I don't know, it's a $27,000 exercise or something for the year. I definitely made more than $60,000 back on the strategies that I learned from him. But the biggest thing I learned from him is I don't need to keep buying how-to courses. I need to buy or invest in help, which is team members to do it, and solutions that are done for you. And so that's what I've started to do as of December. And now we have an amazing team helping me to grow. Invest in your business. Thanks for being here, folks. And I hope to see some of you on the call, coaching call, 10 o'clock till 12 o'clock. Have a great day. Bye-bye.